I am going to give you certain tips which will be very useful for your exam. Usually I give these tips for my students. Actually I am going to give you 8 tips. Tip number 1, before the exam sleep well. Don't study at the last moment. Tip number 2, make sure to read the technical articles. From the technical articles you can get a better understanding about the subject content. Tip number 3, when you are practicing question, make sure to practice question in ACCA constructed workspace in exam platform. They have given the exam platform to you. You can access that using your ACCA login and you can practice question in that. So when you are doing the real exam, you are already got familiar with your exam platform. So you will be able to do the exam in a better way. And next one is, make sure to use the IRR and NPV formulas. If you can use IRR and NPV formulas, it will save your time. Tip number 5, read the question with the proper understanding. Most of the students, what they are doing is they are reading the question for the sake of reading it. Don't do that. Read the question with the proper understanding. It might take additional 1 minute, but no problem. It will save your time actually, because you have read the question in a proper way. So you have the idea about the question. So you are not required to read the scenario again. So read it with the proper understanding. And next tip is, in your exam, if you are running out of time, don't try to elaborate the points. Write it in the point form. Let's take an example. You have to write an answer for 5 marks. So what you could do is, if you are running out of time, don't try to pick one point and elaborate that point. So you will not be able to get comprehensive marks. So what you can do is, if you can write like 5 points for that 5 marks, you can get some good marks actually. So at the last moment, don't try to elaborate the points if you are running out of time. What you have to do is just write it in the point form. You can get more marks rather than elaborating the points. And next tip that I want to give you, in your exam sometimes you will not understand certain requirements of the examiner. If that is the case, what you have to simply do, make an assumption. Tell to the examiner, okay, this is what I understood. Based on that, I constructed this answer. There is a chance where you will get some marks rather than not getting the marks. But this is very least likely option for you. Don't try to do that unless you can't understand the question. So if you can't understand the question really, no problem, make an assumption, tell to the examiner, okay, this is the assumption that I made, based on that construct your answer. And final tip, and the most important tip that I want to give you, practice questions. The key for success is practicing questions. Practice questions, you will be able to pass the exam easily. And I am wishing you all the very best for your exam. I have done a comprehensive revision for ACCA Financial Management FM or F9 syllabus for a very reasonable price. You can purchase this revision through the link available in the description. In this revision program, I have covered 120 plus MCQ type questions and 6 constructed questions. For each question, I have given you detailed answers and I have provided some additional learning as well. So I hope this revision program will be useful for you in order to pass your exam. If you like my video, don't forget to like it, share it, and make sure to subscribe my channel.